Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of The Porch. Wow, what a crazy week it's been with all the energy that I was talking about on Monday and Tuesday, and how, oh God, the fatigue and the tiredness and everything else that we have gone through. It's finally breaking. The energy is finally flattening, so you may have had a little bit of relief from the energy from the last 3 days. So I know I made a video on Tuesday and I received a lot of messages saying that people saw that I was drained and I wasn't feeling, and I mean, it was affecting everybody. I couldn't even get high enough for it not to affect me. So I appreciate everybody being here. I'm sorry I had to deliver the messages on Tuesday, like telling you guys that we were just in the sludge, and some of you were water signs and commented, and I'm sorry that you're going through intense emotional energies. The good news is that today we're on the porch and it's time to just take a few deep breaths and relax. And it's funny because I tend to go on tangents. I hope you guys don't mind. I talked to a few people over the course of the last couple days because everybody was kind of experiencing this energy. And Debbie, thank goodness I've had a lot more cry downs in the past couple days. Oh, I know. People have been having a lot of breakdowns. It's been crazy. But the good news is that we're out of that energy today and things are flattening. However, the energy is still slow. So if you're trying to get stuff done, it's just anything new you kind of want to stay away from. This is the time when we're going to be getting, simplifying. And I talked about in my title that today is the time where the energy is flattening finally. So you're not going to have that drain, that energy feeling, that tiredness, that fatigue. Now is the time where everything is going to be flattening, and now is the time to simplify, tailor, and create space. So we talked about the manifesting windows. We had a couple weeks ago, we had that high energy time, which was a great manifestation time where that window of energy opened and then it closed. And we talked about you guys throwing your dart. And so many of you had sent me messages that you threw the dart. But throwing the dart is only the first step. You have to start to take those action steps after you throw the dart, because that's the hardest part of the work. So we could romanticize the dream all we want, but taking the steps that we need to take following throwing the dart, that's where things get a little tricky. So this is normally where people hit their stuck points and any of the manifestation points. Okay, people are asking about messages. This is the porch, so we're talking about manifesting on Wednesdays. I am not giving out personal messages. So if you'd like a personal reading, please get in touch with me through my website. This is the time we're doing some talking about the energies, and this is more for the group and the live webcast. Okay, so this isn't really going to be a personal reading time. Okay, so I'm just talking about that manifestation window that we talked about before, and we're not in that time frame right now. So we're not in a time frame of high manifestation energy and periods of manifestation. So when you take those action steps, you have to take them during high manifestation times, not low periods. Okay, so like I told you in the past, I am actually developing a course to solve these problems. Okay, so you're going to know when your high points are in your energy, just your personal energy. You're going to know when these high periods are, and you're going to know what to do in each part of the process. So if you would like to get on this list, there is a waiting list now. I finally put up the link for this wait list. It means that you'll be the first to know when this course is going to be opening. There's going to be open course enrollment and a closed enrollment. So there's going to be only a small period of time to get in on the course. So if you want to get on the wait list to be the first to be notified of when it's coming up and when the enrollment is, just go into the description part of the video. There's a link. You just put your email in there, and as soon as the course comes out and is ready to launch, and it's going to be soon, so because there's all these high manifestation times coming up, and I want you guys to actually be ready to do this. Okay, so if you threw the dart, there's a lot of work that's ahead of you, and a lot of times it's that work and stepping into that work where you start to have fatigue and stuck energy and you can't move through. This is going to teach you how to do that. Now, this is just not for beginners. This is for people like me, because I've been through it, where you may have been manifesting for 15, 20 years. You may have created a lot of great things in your life. However, there are the big dreams and goals which you haven't had time for because life was happening. You were taking care of a family, kids, whatever, and you were maintaining what you manifested. So how do you have time to actually manifest more? This is the purpose of the program. So if you want to get on the list, go into the description box and get your email on there. Like I said, there's going to be only a small period of time of enrollment. So I want everybody to be notified of it that wants to be part of it. Now, back to the manifesting period now. Rosaria, this is why I created this course. Is you feel like you never have high energy time. It's because you're being drained from all the other things that are going on around you. And of course you're not going to feel like you have high energy because you're not tapping into the high energy and you don't know when that is. That's another pain point that people come across, that their energy is being depleted. Part of what I'm going to teach you to in the course is to how to unplug. Like, think of yourself as a big socket, like a big spoke in the wheel. And you have plugs all around you, and they're all plugged into different energy sources, and all of your energy is going out through all these cords. What energy is left for yourself? You don't really have any energy. So I'm going to teach you how to unplug those plugs and give yourself energy back. So, and this is a process. This is going to be a 30-day process. And by the end of the process, you're going to be ready to take that big step that you can't take right now. And this, like I said, this is not for people that have only not manifested before. This is for people like me who are currently manifesting and want to hit that next big dream that you never had time for and that you don't have the energy for. So that's what's really important. But for now, I want to talk about the manifestation period that we're in right now. You are setting up, when you are in a low manifestation period and window of a low energy time, and we're just coming out of like sludge time, these next couple days are flattening, and this is a preparing time. Okay, so we have preparing time, we have building time, we have foundational times, we have launch times, we have throw the dart times, and we have getting into action times. And right now we're in a plateau. Okay, so we're flattening, and that means that it's time to start creating space. And what I mean is getting rid of anything in your space that causes clutter. Okay, and this could be anything. This could be broken items, garbage, things that you don't use anymore that you want to donate. You want to start to minimize. This is the time to be minimizing, not to be collecting new things or to be fixing things that you need to fix and ordering different parts of things that may be broken, that kind of thing. Repairs or minimizing. That's where we are right now. We have to create space because we have to start to invite new things into our lives when the doors of that manifestation period open. Okay, so I don't want you to be at a point where you're all cluttered and the doors are opening and I'm like, okay guys, it's high manifestation time, it's time to take action, and you have a whole cluttered attic. So how can you go up and put more furniture into your attic or rebuild it or remodel it if you have cobwebs and everything else is in there and it's totally cluttered? So right now is the time to simplify your life. If you have it, think of it as a big plate of food, like, and it's overflowing. Only put on your plate kind of what you need, and you have to take that a day at a time right now. Okay, so you have some really wonderful calming energy coming. Okay, today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be a little bumpy. Okay, you're going to have a little bit of high energy, a little bit higher than you might want it. So it might be hard for you guys to keep up with that energy. So it's important right now that today and tomorrow you take as much silent time as you need, you take as much calm time as you need, and you simplify your space. That's really what you should be doing. Because we have to take the actions that are really important during the manifestation times. So we have to look at low periods, medium periods, high periods, acceleration periods, and we need to apply the action steps connected to that. So if you were going to go against my advice, and maybe start a new project in the next 3 days, you might find yourself really frustrated. So you want to apply the actions that are connected to the level of energy that we have. And right now, you guys are just coming off of a real crazy energy period where you were purging from the inside. And I hope everybody feels a little bit better at this point in time. And like I said, if you do want to get on that wait list to get notified of the manifestation course, so when the next period rolls around, you can take those steps. It's in the description. Just put your email in there. It'll be added to a list, and you will be the first to get informed when the course goes live. It's going to be a 30-day course. So I'm looking forward to it. I've been working really hard on it, and I'm looking forward to getting you guys some content so that you could have all the steps you need to make your dreams start to happen, because we got to take the first step, right? And that's the hardest step to usually take, is that first step. But to get to that first step, you have to be prepared. So I'm going to start preparing you now. I'm going to start preparing you guys now by telling you what periods we're in and what to do. And so right now, today, you are going to try to shut down as best as you can, simplify, and create space. And so I want to hear from you guys as far as what some of you are doing right now, or what some of you feel that you can do to create that space for yourself. Is any of you right now cleaning out, or are you kind of at a silent time? Also, too, we have huge transcending energy and transforming energy. So you should be sleeping pretty well, and the dreams should be pretty intense still, because we're still in that water energy. We're still like really in the midst of it. So this is a time when shifting. If you are very intuitive, or you are kind of psychic and your energy's high, you should be sleeping pretty well, because your body is transitioning. So if you usually have trouble sleeping, the last 2 or 3 days and the next 3 days will be a good time for your sleep. So all right, so Lisa, you're working on wrapping up all the packaging quotes so you can order. Oh, good idea, Lisa, wonderful. Ordering things. So you're gonna look at simplifying the stuff that's broken and you're not using, and you're gonna order the things that you need. So for me, I needed a printer cartridge toner, and yeah, and I've been putting that off ordering that. And I finally ordered that the other day because I can't print anything. And those are some of the things that we don't do. And then when you need the printer, when you're manifesting and you need to do those tasks, you don't have it. So your tasks, so those things get put off 3 to 7 days while you order the printer toner cartridge. So Carol, that's really, really funny. See, if I tell you guys I'm going to do something, that makes me accountable, right? So she's asking, did I ever send out my package? Like, yeah, I finally did. And because I would have felt like really embarrassed if I didn't send out that package after I told you guys that I was going to do that. And I'm telling you guys, you have to do that. And then if I got back on here and someone says, did you send out the package? And I said, no, then why would you listen to me to tell you what to do? So I got to push through those stuck points too. This isn't anything that's easy for me. And that's why I created the course, was because I had to go through it myself, and it works. And by the way, a lot of it was channeled, so it didn't come from me entirely. So it's interesting information. Let's see what else we have here. Relocating to a new state, Paula. Let's see. Paula, relocating to a new state and have been trying to purge. Just closed Monday. It's time to pack all of it up. Good. Paula, since you're relocating, it's time to take my advice of simplifying and tailoring down and getting rid of the stuff. Too much stuff. Don't take too much stuff to your new place. You don't need it. Just remember, when we talk about stuff, we're talking about energy that you're bringing with you. So if you have things that you're bringing with you from different points in your life that give you bad memories, don't be a memory hoarder of bad memories, because you're just bringing that into your life again, right? So if you have stuff from periods of time that bring back bad memories and you just want to preserve those memories, believe me, if you have bad memories, they'll still be with you. Okay, you can bring those up anytime. So try to get rid of anything that brings back bad memories, and Only bring stuff if you're moving to a new home, into your space, that you want to create the environment and the feeling around you. And that's really, really important. So Paul, I hope that that helps you to get rid of some stuff, because I know when you move, it's so hard to take everything. A lot of people are talking about getting doctor's appointments made, personal appointments. Wonderful. Okay, that's a wonderful thing to do around this time. Also getting your cars inspected, getting your oil changed, and maybe getting your cars done. That's something you have to do. Some of you might need to get your tires checked. Okay, it's really important. Michelle, let's see what's going on with you. Finally checking off the little to-dos that have been on my list for months. I jokingly sent out Christmas cards just before Easter to lift others. I'm confused. You're finally checking off the list. Okay. Oh, you actually, as a joke, sent out Christmas cards at Easter time. That's awesome. You probably still have those cards laying around. I mean, you could have kept them till next Christmas, but what a great opportunity to use to uplift others and inspire others right before Easter. So we're in the pandemic. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you did that. So what else is everybody doing right now as far as getting prepared for that next shift? Because remember, I told you by July 15th, there's going to be another shift, and you're going to have to be prepared for that. Okay, so starting July 9th, the energy is going to shift. And then right when you get to July 15th, there's going to be major change coming around that time. So simplifying is the best thing that you guys need to do at this time, and taking deep breaths. Woo! So is everybody just taking a few deep breaths? Like right now we're on the porch, and that's what we do midweek, because in the beginning of the week there's high energy. In the midweek we're just taking a few deep breaths to relax. And if you're just tuning in, we've been talking about manifesting. We've been talking about what to do during this period of time of simplifying and creating space. And if you're just tuning in, we're talking about, I have a manifestation course that's coming out. It's be launching in a little bit. I won't launch during a retrograde. Don't worry. I don't want you guys to launch anything of your own either. But this is a time to prepare. And if you want to get on the wait list for that 30-day course to manifest your dreams, it's in the descriptions of this video. Make sure you put your email in, you'll get notified. Selling house. Sandy, what do you mean selling house? Like, are you looking to sell your house, or are you selling your house? Is it under contract? What are you actually asking? So I can get an idea. Betsy, you're just breathing on the porch. Are you breathing on the porch, or am I breathing on the porch and you're watching me? No. Getting ready to go down the shore for the first time in 2 years, Rosaria. Wonderful. This is a wonderful time for you to cleanse your energy through salt water. Perfect. You're right in the energy, Rosaria. You're doing everything that you need to do. But remember what I was talking about with cars. Make sure your car is getting serviced before you go. Make sure your tire pressure is correct. That's something I'm definitely feeling with a lot of people on today. Sandy, you're getting back to me. Is it a good time to sell? Well, here's the thing. It's a great time to get ready to sell. The problem is that when you're in a Mercury retrograde period, Vic, you're making me laugh. I'm trying to answer this question, and Vic popped in and she's making me laugh. We're gonna telling me I look radiant today because I was really drained the last session. So Vic is one of from when we had the school back when. She's one of our top tier readers, and I'm gonna try to get her on to do a split screen to talk about manifesting if I could figure out how to do it. I know you could do it through Zoom and through Facebook, but I want to have some guests on here from the porch, and Vic is going to be my first guest that I have, because she is all about positivity and manifesting, and she manifests at a very high level. So we got to get Vic on and to talk about that with me. So if any of you have some ideas about the easiest way to do that on Facebook Live before I start to research it on my own, that's good. So back to Sandy. Sorry, Sandy. You know I go off on tangents. I don't mean to. It's just my nature, and it's why I'm good at my job, because because I have to process all sorts of information at the same time. Oh my God, it's all the funnel. So yes, so you can definitely put your house on the market right now. However, I think it's a better time for planning and purging and creating the space to getting your house simplified and ready to put on the market. Because the problem is, if somebody's putting in an offer in a retrograde, there's a good chance that that offer has some issues with it, or there's a good chance that that person will think that it's a good thing for them and then they change their mind, or they back out, or their financing doesn't work. So yeah, I had a situation, and I'll tell you guys this, and I am not happy about that because it caused a 10-year mistake for me. I'm not saying it was like a mistake, but it definitely, I regretted the decision for 10 years. I went against my own advice. The first house I had purchased, or the condo, or whatever it was, I put the first offer in during a retrograde. It didn't close in a retrograde. It actually, the first offer was in the retrograde. And after I got that house, for 10 years, I was not happy with that decision. And then when I went to sell it, I watched what you were talking about, Sandy, about selling during retrogrades, because the house was on the market for about a year and a half. And I found that during retrograde periods, when people put in offers, these things did not stick. So if you're looking to sell quickly, I would wait until a different period to actually list it. So I finally did sell it, and the closing was in a retrograde, and that was an absolute disaster. I'm telling you, an absolute disaster. And the good things about retrogrades is things work themselves out, but things can get very annoying and turbulent during that time. So I'm telling you guys not to make these mistakes because I've made them. Most of the mistakes that I'm telling you not to make, I've done and I've made. So I know that there's a lot of like regret and suffering that goes along with it, and I don't want you to have to go through it. So Sandy, you're saying you're getting ready to sell in 6 to 8 months. Okay, well, call me. We'll talk about good periods. We'll talk about times to sell and times not to sell, and we'll talk about your process. But I thought you were asking, should you put your house on the market today or now or in the next week or two? And I would say no. All right. So back to what I was talking about. I don't even know what I was talking about. I think I got married. Dana, you got married during a retrograde then? You did? Do you know what date it was? I don't have a retrograde calendar here, but if you got married during a retrograde or engaged during a retrograde, I would just urge most of you, if you have a boyfriend or fiance, or no, he's not fiance yet, but you have a boyfriend and he's getting ready to propose, or you think he's getting ready to propose, instead of giving him a brochure with like rings in it, give him a Mercury retrograde calendar 2021, because it's really important that he proposes at the right time. So you want to give him some hints? Give him a Mercury retrograde calendar, and then give him the rings you want, because that's really important. And also get your chart done while you're at it. Go and get your chart done by a reputable astrologer. And all the things with astrology are timing. You got to be aware of timing, and that's why the manifestation windows of timing are so important. I talked to Vic about this a lot. Her and I talked about this, and you will feel the energy when it's getting right for manifesting. You'll feel that energy, and you'll feel a sense that you need to act. And I want you guys to be prepared to act, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So anyway, I don't know, Dana, if you got married during a retrograde. I'm assuming you're not sure, but you're just saying that whatever you're going through is terrible, so you must have gotten married in a retrograde. I'm not really sure, but let's hope that it all works out for you. Although tuning into you, I feel like you're dealing with a lot of stress, and you're probably thinking like, where did things go wrong? And that's probably a really long story, I'm assuming, with you. So I'm just hoping that if you guys are hitting some sticking points with these kind of things, that you are tapping into source energy, because to go on our own energy is fruitless, because you're going to run out of energy and you're going to be like completely drained. So you just want to make sure that every day you're praying, you're meditating. I'm not a good meditator, but I do pray and ask for Source to give me, replenish my energy so that I can go and do what I'm supposed to do. So hopefully you guys are going to listen to my manifesting advice today, and you're going to just create space. You're going to get rid of things that no longer serve you and get rid of things that have bad memories attached to it. And you're going to simplify, and you're not going to make life too complicated, because this is a time for you to relax over the next 3 days. It's been turbulent over the last week. You don't need any more turbulence. You got to restore your energy. So, love you all. Remember, if you want to be on the wait list for the manifestation course, the wait list is now open. It's in my description box, and I hope to see some of you signed up for that. You're not signing up for the course. You're just signing up to be notified when the launch is happening, so you don't miss the window of enrollment. And I will see you hopefully in the next couple days for some lounge. Lounge is going to be fun. We get a little weird and we get crazy and we talk about really weird stuff. So remember, take a deep breath, relax, and enjoy the rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you in a couple days. Have a wonderful day. Bye.